So you've probably noticed that I have picked up an unhealthy obsession with articles over the last few weeks. I'd really like to make this very clear, and I'm going to try today, perhaps successfully, perhaps not, to represent them with a picture. And in particular, we're going to look at collective nouns. Now, what's a collective noun? A collective noun is a noun which refers to a group of nouns. So a family of 5. Family is a collective noun here. There are 5 members of this family. Team is another good collective noun. A team of football players. But a pack of wolves, a selection of sweets, a gang of thugs, all of these are collective nouns. And if you look at different literature or articles in the newspapers, you'll notice that very often you'll see them with a and not the. But very often you see them with the too, and I hope to explain the difference between a group of women and the group of women. And also we'll look at groups of women and the groups of women. And I'm going to try and represent this with these pictures. And then we'll move on to some examples of how maybe you can use this to decide if it's a or the. But let's look at these pictures first. A group of women. It just means one group of women, maybe that group, maybe that group, maybe that group. I've put a W here to show that they're all groups of women, because a group of women, it doesn't mean the only group of women. It means one of many groups. And so we generally use the a when we're talking about one of many groups. And so maybe there's a group of women on the left side of the hall and there's a group of women on the right side of the hall. Then we would use a to describe that situation. If we say groups of women, we mean the same thing, but just not just one of them. And remember, we don't know which one, or it doesn't matter which one. That's important, because as soon as it matters which one, we come down to this picture. But it doesn't matter which one. It's one of these groups of women. But yeah, groups of women refers to all of them together. But it's different from the groups of women, as you'll see. So the group of women, it means this group and not that group. So if we just have the group of women and nothing more, no vital modifiers modifying which group, we're probably going to be comparing them to another group which isn't a group of women. For example, a group of men. Yeah, and then we'd usually use the article the to show that we're talking about the group of women and not the group of men. However, if we talk about the group of women who go to work by car, then we're probably comparing the group of women who go to work by car with the group of women who go to work by train. Okay? Just want to add that because you'll see that in a moment with this example. And so as soon as you put the, you're probably comparing that group of women, who, however they're described, with another group, which is not the same as them. Okay, the groups of women, it's the same thing, but it's different from groups of women here, because we're talking about the groups of women as a separate class from groups of perhaps men, yeah, or other groups. Perhaps if it's the groups of women who go to work by car, we're comparing the groups of women who go to work by car with the groups of women who go to work by train. And that's why we'd use the groups, to show that these groups are being separated from other groups. Now, I hope that sounds logical. How can we use this? Well, for example, on an IELTS exam paper, or on a lot of other exam papers, you have a graph to describe. This is a pie chart, of course, not really a graph, but a pie chart we call it. And if perhaps we've got a pie chart about how people go to work, yeah? And I suppose that's about 60% of women go to work by car. Perhaps that's 30% of women walk to work, and 10% of women get the train to work. That's what's being represented on that graph. Now, if we wanted to make this sentence, a large percentage of women go to work by car, a large percentage of women go to work by car, we would have to use a. Now, why is that? think about what we're saying here. Before the verb, and I want you to put a little line there in your mind, before the verb, the subject of the sentence is a large percentage of women. And we're taking one group of women and comparing them to other groups of women. Yeah, so we're actually dealing with the same categories here. We're dealing with women, women, women. So a large percentage of women go to work by car. A smaller percentage of women go to work by train. And with all of those, we'd say A, because we're dealing with one group of women among other groups of women. I hope that makes sense. However, if we say the percentage of women who go to work by car is greater than the percentage of men, you'll notice that we use the in both of these situations. Why? Because here we are comparing the percentage of women who go to work by car with the percentage of men who go to work by car, but we've used ellipsis here and we haven't mentioned that it's the men. The makes it very clear that you mean the percentage of men who go to work by car. Then we're clearly coming on to this kind of use of of one group compared to a different group. Okay? And we can actually change this into a the by simply adding a who. The large percentage of women who go to work by car is considerably greater than the percentage of men who go to work by car. Okay, and then we just have to use the. We're defining which group of women and we're comparing them to a specific group of men. I hope that makes sense. Let's come on now to two questions which I had recently. You'll remember we did a newspaper article and one of the sentences was it was describing the Great Fire of London, and one of the sentences said, rumours of Catholic plots swirled through the streets of London. And it was setting the scene here. It was describing what was happening at the time. Now, the student wondered why not the? And I can understand why they're thinking that this defines which rumours, yeah? Which rumours? The rumours of Catholic plots. Now, it is possible to use the, but only in one situation, and that's the situation that you have already mentioned, the rumours. And then you would need to write the. But that wasn't the situation in this text. It was the first time we were mentioning rumours of Catholic plots swirled through the streets. And so really, this, I think, matches up to lots of different rumours of Catholic plots, yeah? Lots of different rumours of Catholic plots. What we're not doing is saying these rumours of Catholic plots as opposed to the rumours of Protestant plots. We're not doing that. We're just talking about rumours of Catholic plots in general. We're not separating them into the rumours of Catholic plots as opposed to the rumours of Protestant plots. Yeah? I hope you can see that it's much more like this drawing and not like this drawing. Okay? However, I want to show you that we could change it to this drawing by saying something like this. The rumours of Catholic plots which, just like we could put a who over here and make it a the. Yeah, you remember the percentage of women who go to work by car is the greatest, or something like that. And here, the rumours of Catholic plots, which swirled through the streets at the time, caused a lot of distress. Well, then we are making it like the bottom one. We're saying the rumours of Catholic plots which swirled through the streets at this time, as opposed to at other times, okay, or other sets of rumours. We're actually kind of classing these rumours as different from other rumours which were going around throughout history. Okay, so it can be changed into this. We can make this indefinite come down into a definite rumours of Catholic plots by adding that which and explaining which one in comparison to other ones. It's the same with this next sentence. We say millions of people live in this town. Notice that that's a very general expression, and really it corresponds to this one, millions of people, yeah? Millions of people live in this town. We're not interested in other people, we're just interested in the millions of people, and we're just asserting their existence, like in an existential clause. We're speaking indefinitely. However, it is possible to put a the at the beginning of this sentence. You might be surprised to know, so won't make it a capital letter. The millions of people who live in this town are very angry. Something like that. Are very angry. Now, I hope you can see that now we've added a the. We're saying the millions of people who live in this town, and not other towns, but the millions of people who live in this town are very angry. Okay, and it starts to give us more information as well. It's not so informationally light as millions of people live in this town, which would just be indefinite and a kind of an assertion about existence. But here we're getting much more definite. We're saying the millions of people who live in this town and not other towns are very angry. So I know this is tough, these articles. This is just another route to perhaps understanding them a bit better. If you have any questions and it seems to be related to this, please put them under the video. I think with a lot of practice you can see that there is a logic here which people are obeying when they use articles. Anyway, please put questions under the video, like the video if you've enjoyed the lesson, and I hope to see you all soon.